Mr. Damlari, welcome.
Okay, Mr. Isaac.
So the prediction, basically, what the prediction does is it takes in different features, so to say. That location. Oh, okay. Sorry, prediction. Yes, okay. That.
You're talking of recommendation now.
Yes. Okay. So prediction, basically, what it does is it checks food demand of like past record of food demand, like that's over the years. So and based on that, it predicts what the end users are buying, what they are eating, and what is going to wastage. So basically, what the prediction does is tells the in a layman term. So what tells the farmer, okay, you need to produce more or you need to produce less. Okay, I should go on. It's much.
Okay, I listen.
Okay, I should go on. What else do I have to say? So that is it. That's all.
Yeah. So thanks, Isaac. So really, maybe right now, because I mean, none of us have really so for us, we focus on the AI side, and then you are focused on the app side. And I think that the gap now is how do we integrate this? Which I don't have an answer to. I don't know if anyone has the answer, but I don't have an answer to that. The actual integrating. But the thing that the output from the AI model is really going to be this forecast, this model that can forecast and just, let's in a simple term, just give you like a value, which is like a quantity you should produce in 2021, which could be, let's say, 10,000 tubers of yam. You should produce 10,000 tubers of yam in 2021. That is basically the kind of output that we get from the AI model. There are other fancy stuff if you want to do analytics, like to have the graph, like I was talking to you about, really have like that predictive graph, but that's optional. What we just basically want for a start is to be able to output that value, that insight, which is just a value that says 10,000 tubers of yam in 2021. That's it.
Okay, I understand that. Now, it means if we want to suit the app to meet that single purpose now, this information, I mean, the prediction will be to the farmer alone for the selling produce. Am I right?
Yes, it's going to be the farmer. And then let me talk a bit about the data. Now, I think that another thing we need to realize at this point is that the data is not like, data from the app is going to one back end that is being used for the machine learning. Right now, we just have that data set and the model is going to be trained already, like it's going to be pre-trained. So it's not going to be, obviously we don't have any data and interaction from the app itself. That's future work. For now, we just have a data set. We're going to, the model will be trained on that data, and we just have that output. And we just want to have a way of plugging that into the app to say, okay, based on this pre-trained model, this is the output for this produce. So let's say the farmer clicks on cassava, and then it gives it that value, that projection, which could have the numerical value and graphical value. We can achieve that. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Okay, we would. Then in that sense, I would. Okay, if this app is going to be part of this project's presentation in a few weeks, what I can infer is, of course, we have only cassava as a produce. I mean, let me say we have only data on cassava as a produce.
Yes.
And the prediction is going to be a yearly prediction.
Yes.
Am I correct?
For now, yes. I mean, we're working with the present. Yes, that is what we have.
As a farmer that logs into the app,
Sorry?
as a farmer that logs into the app,
Mm-hmm.
he or she is going to see the prediction visualized. Okay, this is the quantity or the numbers of tuber of yam that you are expected to produce. Basically,
That's
so
right.
for now, that is what we want to do.
That's right. So, I mean, I changed this one. This is for inflation. So it's going to be like, this is food demand. Oops, can you see my screen? Okay. This is food demand. Let's assume this is food demand. And you can see like the annual, this is actually real data, like data that, you know, has been collected. But this part will be the forecasted. So they can visualize it as a graph, or
Which part did you say will be the forecast part?
yeah, the forecast is this green part.
Okay.
Yeah, because this data actually stopped at 2018. So the forecast is, I mean, we're still working on this, but the idea is to at least have forecast of 2 years ahead, so 2021 and 2022. Or let's just say 2021. So the next year, the coming year, that should be fine. So they can see, okay, since 1960, this is how the demand has been. This is actually inflation, this graph. But this is how it's been. And, you know, for next year, this is how much you should produce. And they can see the numerical value. So let's just say the farmer goes in, this data is available for different crops, and the farmer chooses, obviously other ones will be dummies right now. The farmer chooses cassava, and they will just see these nice graphical charts to show them what has been the food demand from a particular year up until you know, where that year, and then an extra to just say, okay, for next year this is it, and the numerical value quantified as well. So if we want to put it in a conversational style to say, oh, you should produce 10,000 tubers of yam. So that 10,000 is what that model would have, you know, supplied, the information the intelligence should have supplied to us. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I think it is achievable. It should be achievable.
Okay.
We are working on prediction, so it should be achievable.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, would keep iterating then until we get to the point where we both understand what is like clear. We get a clearer picture of what we should do, and then, I mean, looking at how it comes out as well to give feedback.
Sorry, I have a question that might sound off a bit, like maybe drawing us back. Who bears the loss? You know, when there's wastage and all, who bears the loss? Is it the farmer or the end user?
Who is the end user?
The consumer, I mean. You know, I'm thinking that, okay, are we saying the consumer, they are buying more than what they can consume, or the farmer is producing more than what the consumer will request for, what the consumer will demand?
So the idea is that the consumer just buys what they need, and the farmer just needs some intelligence to inform them in their decision making.
No. I'm saying, like, right now, you know, the problem we're trying to curb is wastage, food wastage. Mm-hmm. Like in real life, not AI or this thing now. Who bears the loss in real life presently?
It's the farmer.
Okay, I was thinking maybe, you know, if I buy something of like maybe something worth 1,000 naira and I could not finish it, I have to throw it away. So I'm wasting food, and I'm wasting my money as well.
I mean, but the scale of it wouldn't be as much as a farmer, let's say, if they produce 50% more than
what they ought to have produced.
The scale of that wastage is going to be really massive.
Because the reason why I'm asking this question is adaptability. You know, if the loss is not on the farmer, they'll be like, we are producing. Once we are making our money, either there's food wastage or not, we don't care. No, you know, that's how humans think generally. Once the loss is not on them, they'll be like, your model can go and sleep somewhere. But once the loss is on them, of course, they will adopt it. They don't have option.
Yeah. I mean, it's money that is thrown away as well. There is food wasted and money. Because sometimes it's not even that. Of course, you know that I mean, in Nigeria, a lot of people need food, like even just 3 square meal. So sometimes it's not even a factor of there is more supply. The production is more than the demand. It could be a problem of distribution network. When the distribution network and currently the distribution network for produce is very poor. So that means that the farmers cannot meet the user, the consumers where they are, and that is what leads to this wastage. So, for example, tomato is produced in Sokoto, and the demand for it there is low, you know, and you know, farmers don't really know how they can get it across to places where it's of higher demand that may even be close to them. So at the end of the day, a lot of it gets wasted.
Moreover, I think major reason why there is food wastage is lack of preservation, and it's in between harvesting and getting it to the final consumer that we waste the food.
Yeah.
It's not actually because it's been overproduced, because I'm very sure we can devour all the food that is being produced. It's so that we don't get them handy.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so I think that should be a comfortable place to stop for now.